Educate yourself daily. Hi, my friends. Welcome back. Today, I want to share with you one of the most powerful truths that can change your life forever. And that truth is very simple, but deeply life-changing. Educate yourself daily. Every single day is an opportunity to grow, to improve, to expand your knowledge, and to prepare yourself for a brighter future. The reality is that the world is moving fast. And if you stand still, you are actually falling behind. But if you commit to daily education, even if it is just a small step each day, you will find yourself years ahead in the long run. Now, let me tell you why this is so important. Education is not only about schools, classrooms, or degrees. Education is about life. It is about sharpening your mind, building your skills, and becoming a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. Every book you read, every video you watch, every conversation with a mentor, and every new idea you explore is an investment in your future self. And the beautiful thing about education is that it compounds. Just like money grows with compound interest, knowledge grows with compound learning. What you learn today becomes the foundation for what you will understand tomorrow. And if you keep adding brick after brick, day after day, you will eventually build a castle of wisdom and strength inside you. Think about this. If you read just 10 pages of a good book every day, in 1 year, you will have read more than 3,600 pages. That's about 12 to 15 books. Imagine the knowledge, the insights, and the ideas you could gather just from that small, consistent habit. And if you expand it further, listening to podcasts, watching educational videos, practicing new skills, your brain will never stop growing. That is the power of daily education. Most people stop learning once they finish school. They think that graduation means the end of learning, when in fact, it should only be the beginning. The most successful people in the world are lifelong learners. They understand that self-education is the true education. Take Elon Musk, for example. He didn't learn rocket science in school. He taught himself by reading books and learning from experts. Or think about Oprah Winfrey, who built her empire not just on talent, but on constantly learning, reading, and expanding her mind. These people show us that your future is not determined by where you start, but by how much you grow. And here is the secret. You don't need to spend hours every day studying to change your life. What you need is consistency. A small daily investment in yourself is worth more than rare moments of intense effort. If you just give 30 minutes a day to educating yourself, whether that's reading, practicing, or reflecting, in a few years, you will be unrecognizable compared to who you are today. You will speak differently, think differently, and live differently. Now, let's talk about how you can actually do this. Step 1. Make learning part of your daily routine, just like brushing your teeth or eating your meals. Education must become a non-negotiable habit. You don't ask yourself whether you will brush your teeth today, you just do it. The same must be true for your education. Step 2. Choose quality material. Don't waste your time on distractions that don't add value. Pick books, videos, mentors, and courses that actually move you closer to your goals. Step 3. Apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is just information. Real wisdom comes when you practice what you learn and use it to solve problems in your life. But here's the challenge. Most people say, I don't have time. My friends, let me tell you the truth. You don't lack time, you lack priorities. You have 24 hours just like everyone else. The difference is how you use them. You may not have 3 hours, but you definitely have 20 minutes. You can read while waiting, listen to an audiobook while walking, or watch an educational video instead of scrolling mindlessly. Your future depends on how you use those small pockets of time. Remember, daily education is not just about career success. It's about personal growth. It makes you wiser in relationships, stronger in character, and more confident in decision-making. When you educate yourself daily, you start seeing the world differently. You stop being a passive observer and become an active creator of your life. So, I want you to make a commitment today. Tell yourself, every day, I will learn something new. I will not waste my time. I will invest in myself because I am worth it. And when you stay true to this commitment, one day you will look back and realize that the person you have become is far greater, far wiser, and far stronger than the person you were before. Now, let's take a closer look at the lives of some remarkable individuals who demonstrate the incredible power of daily education. Consider Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of the United States. Franklin was not born into wealth or privilege, yet he became one of the most influential thinkers, inventors, and leaders of his time. How did he achieve this? Through relentless self-education. Franklin would spend hours reading, experimenting, and learning from every experience. He created a personal curriculum for himself, which included topics such as philosophy, science, politics, and business. Each day, he committed to learning something new, and over time, this daily practice transformed him into a brilliant mind whose contributions still impact the world centuries later. Franklin's story teaches us that you do not need formal institutions to achieve greatness. All you need is curiosity, discipline, and the habit of educating yourself every day. Another inspiring example is Marie Curie, the first woman to win a Nobel Prize and the only person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences. Curie faced immense obstacles, societal norms at the time, limited access to formal education, and financial struggles. Yet she refused to let these challenges stop her. She educated herself relentlessly, reading every book she could find, conducting experiments in her modest lab, and questioning everything she observed. Curie's persistence shows us that daily education is not just about convenience. It's about resilience and dedication. Even in the face of adversity, learning every day can help you break boundaries and achieve what others might call impossible. And let's not forget Leonardo da Vinci, whose name is synonymous with genius. What made Leonardo extraordinary was not just natural talent, but his insatiable curiosity and habit of learning every single day. He studied anatomy, mathematics, engineering, painting, and even the flight of birds, filling notebooks with observations, drawings, and ideas. Leonardo treated life itself as a classroom, and his commitment to daily education allowed him to create works and ideas that still inspire humanity today. This shows us that learning is not just about career advancement, it's about becoming a fuller, richer human being, capable of seeing the world in ways others cannot. Now, let's bring these lessons closer to your life. Daily education doesn't have to be grand or overwhelming. You don't need to spend hours in a library or memorize thousands of pages of textbooks. You can start small, with practical steps that anyone can take. For instance, read 20 pages of a meaningful book every morning. It could be a book about history, psychology, personal development, or even a biography of someone you admire. These pages might seem small on a daily basis, but over a month, you will have read an entire book, and over a year, dozens of them. That accumulation of knowledge is what transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary ones. You can also listen to podcasts or audiobooks during times that would otherwise be wasted, while commuting, walking, or doing chores. Imagine turning 1 hour of idle time each day into an hour of learning. In 1 year, that's over 365 hours of new knowledge. And that is only one example. Imagine combining reading, listening, and practicing new skills every day. Your mind will grow faster than you ever thought possible. Here's another tip. Write down what you learn. Knowledge is amplified when you process it actively. Keep a journal, take notes, or even share what you learn with others. When you explain a concept to someone else, you understand it more deeply yourself. This is why many of the world's most successful people emphasize teaching and sharing knowledge as part of their daily learning. Let's also talk about the power of mentorship and learning from others. You don't have to figure everything out on your own. Seek out people who are further ahead in their knowledge and experience than you are. Ask questions, observe how they think, and apply their wisdom to your own life. For example, consider Warren Buffett, who spent much of his early life reading books on investing and learning directly from his mentors. He often emphasizes that his success is the result of learning from others consistently over decades. This shows that education is not just solitary. It's also about connecting with those who can guide you, challenge you, and inspire you to reach higher. Now, I want you to understand that the road to daily education will not always be easy. You will face distractions, fatigue, and moments when you feel like giving up. But that is precisely why the habit is so powerful. Just like muscles grow stronger through resistance, your mind grows stronger each time you choose learning over laziness. Every day you educate yourself, even when it's hard. You are building resilience, discipline, and the mental strength to face life's challenges. Think of your mind as a garden. If you neglect it, weeds of ignorance and distraction will grow, and your potential will remain dormant. But if you water it with knowledge, sunlight with curiosity, and care with practice, it will blossom beautifully. The small, consistent acts of daily learning are the water drops that keep your garden alive and thriving. Even when progress seems invisible, your mind is growing beneath the surface. Let me give you a practical example from daily life. Imagine two people. One spends their free time scrolling aimlessly on social media, watching random videos, or playing games without purpose. The other spends just 30 minutes each day reading a book, listening to a lecture, or practicing a skill. After 1 year, the first person may have hundreds of hours of entertainment, but the second person will have gained knowledge, new skills, and a mindset that propels them toward success. And after 5 or 10 years, the difference becomes exponential. That is the power of educating yourself daily. Let's dive deeper into how daily education transforms your life. One of the most important truths about learning is that it shapes your mindset. When you commit to educating yourself every day, you start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to think creatively, solve problems more effectively, and approach challenges with confidence. For instance, consider Thomas Edison, whose countless inventions changed the world. Edison faced thousands of failed experiments, yet he treated each failure as a learning opportunity. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset, born from daily curiosity and education, allowed him to persevere and eventually achieve breakthroughs that transformed humanity. Your daily learning habit cultivates a similar mindset, one that thrives on discovery, adaptation, and growth. Now, think about the story of Malala Yousafzai, the young girl from Pakistan who fought for education even in the face of danger. Despite threats to her life, she refused to give up on learning, and she refused to let anyone tell her that her mind and voice did not matter. Her daily commitment to knowledge, her courage to learn, and her persistence in sharing that knowledge with others changed the world's perception of education. Malala's story reminds us that education is not just personal, it is powerful. It can influence communities, inspire change, and shape the future of entire generations. But education is not limited to reading books or attending courses. It can happen in many forms: observing the world, reflecting on experiences, experimenting with new ideas, and even learning from failures. Each day offers countless lessons if you are willing to notice them. Think of Steve Jobs, who dropped out of college yet never stopped educating himself. He explored calligraphy, technology, design, and business. By immersing himself in learning outside conventional paths, he was able to create innovations that reshaped industries. Your path may not be traditional, and that's okay. What matters is the commitment to growth and curiosity every single day. Let's talk about habits. Daily education is a habit, and like any habit, it requires structure and repetition. Start by setting aside a specific time each day for learning. This could be 20 minutes in the morning, an hour at night, or a short session during lunch. The key is consistency. Over time, your brain will expect this learning time, and it will become as automatic as brushing your teeth. Another important habit is active engagement. Don't just passively read or watch. Take notes, summarize, ask questions, and apply what you learn. Active engagement solidifies knowledge and makes it part of who you are. Consider also learning from failure and mistakes. Every failure contains a lesson, and the people who embrace daily education understand this better than anyone. Take J.K. Rowling, for example. Before becoming one of the world's most famous authors, she faced rejection after rejection from publishers. But she never stopped learning from her writing, improving her craft, and understanding her audience. Today, the Harry Potter series has inspired millions. Daily education is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about using knowledge to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Now, let's talk about the exponential power of compounding knowledge. When you learn a little every day, the effects compound over time. For instance, if you dedicate 30 minutes each day to learning a new language, in 1 year, you will have spent over 180 hours practicing. In 2 years, that's 360 hours, and in 5 years, 900 hours. Imagine the fluency and opportunities that will open up for you simply because of small, consistent daily actions. The same principle applies to any skill: coding, music, public speaking, business, or personal development. Every day is an opportunity to add to your compounding growth. Let's include another inspiring example: Abraham Lincoln, one of the greatest leaders in history, had almost no formal education. Yet, through self-education, reading law books, learning from speeches, and studying history, he developed the wisdom and vision to lead a nation through its most challenging times. Lincoln's example shows that you don't need to start with everything. You just need to start, and if you learn a little every day, the results over time can be extraordinary. I also want to emphasize the emotional benefits of daily education. When you educate yourself, you gain confidence. You feel empowered to make better decisions, solve problems, and face life's uncertainties with clarity. Knowledge reduces fear because when you understand the world better, you can navigate it more effectively. Your mind becomes a tool, not a prisoner of doubt or ignorance. And when your mind is strong, your spirit follows. You will feel more in control of your life, more capable, and more motivated to pursue your dreams relentlessly. Now, how do you practically apply daily education in your life? Here are some steps. Start small, stay consistent. Even 15 to 20 minutes a day adds up over time. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for consistency. Mix methods. Read books, watch educational videos, listen to podcasts, take online courses, or learn from mentors. Diversity keeps your mind engaged. Reflect daily. At the end of each day, review what you learned. Ask yourself, what did I understand today? How can I apply it tomorrow? Reflection turns information into wisdom. Teach what you learn. Share insights with friends, write a blog, or discuss with peers. Teaching is one of the fastest ways to internalize knowledge. Apply immediately. Don't let learning remain theoretical. Use it in your work, relationships, or personal projects. Action creates mastery. Let's not forget that daily education fuels creativity. When your mind absorbs new ideas, you start connecting dots in ways others cannot. Think of Albert Einstein, whose curiosity and self-directed learning led to revolutionary theories in physics. He constantly questioned, explored, and experimented, never settling for conventional answers. Your daily learning habit can unlock similar creative potential, allowing you to innovate, solve problems, and contribute to the world in meaningful